Welcome to Wind Report, brought to you by New Roots Energy to help you analyze your investment in wind energy. From the start page, you can do a turbine production analysis, financial analysis, or contact New Roots for more information. We'll start by doing a turbine production analysis. To generate your turbine production report, first select a wind system from the drop-down menu. Then, enter site-specific environmental information in the next section. That includes average wind speed, altitude, anemometer height, tower height, average temperature, Weibull-K, wind shear exponent, and turbulence factor. These last three have default values that can be changed based on your site-specific data, but for now, we'll just leave them how they are. After inputting your site-specific data, click Run the Model. Your wind report will first start with a turbine production chart. This is a turbine power curve from the manufacturer, and the next section gives you the annual, monthly, and daily energy output of the turbine, given your site-specific data. As you scroll down, there are more technical data points based on your input. Back at the start page, we're able to select Financial Analysis to begin generating a financial wind report. This page provides you with a list of states that are currently modeled. If your state is not here, select General Case. Now you can begin generating your wind report. First, start with client information, where you can insert your client's name and contact information, and you have the option of including that information in the final report. The next section, Turbine Information, allows you to select a turbine from the drop-down menu. Then input how many turbines you're considering and the total system costs. On the right, you have the number of maintenance visits and the cost per maintenance visit. The next section, Environmental Information, allows you to insert site-specific data, starting with average wind speed, the altitude of installation, the anemometer height, and tower height. On the right, you have the average temperature at installation, and for the next three, you have default values, starting with the Weibull-K at 2.0, the wind shear exponent at 0.18, and the turbulence factor of 14%. These can be changed based on your site-specific information. The next section is electrical information. Here you can insert the total annual energy usage of your client, and if it applies, insert a D-rate percentage from measurements. Then insert the cost of energy and the energy inflation rate estimate. This default value is 5%. The next section is financial information. Here, you can start by selecting whether you are a business, a residential, or nonprofit group. Then, fill in your client's federal tax bracket, state tax bracket, and select the type of depreciation your client would prefer to use. There are 4 types of depreciation to choose from. Next, select a percentage for the net present value discount. This takes all future cash flows and discounts them into today's cash value. This will be useful in the cash flow assessment on the following page. Then, select how many years you would like to use the investment tax credit. This credit is equivalent to 30% of the cost of installation and can be applied in up to 20 years. We recommend you apply it in under 10 years, and the sooner the better. So we'll select 1 year. The next section, Loan Information, asks you if you'd like to finance the project with a loan. If your answer is yes, select it, input the loan interest rate, and then select your loan payback period. Here we have 5 or 10 years. We'll select 5. Then you have the option of reducing your loan by the investment tax credit. If you choose yes, you must take the investment tax credit in the first year. The next section, Grant Information, asks if you have a grant. If you do, select Yes, insert the amount of the grant, and then select if your grant is taxable. After you're through with each of these sections, select Run the Model. Now you can view your wind report. The first section is a cost and benefits chart, starting with the cumulative benefit of wind with a loan in blue and the cumulative cost of energy without wind in red. This is sort of a timeline for your investment. The next section, Turbine Production, shows the manufacturer's power curve and given output at certain wind speeds. As you scroll down, you'll see your client information displayed if you selected for it to be included in the final report. Next is your input parameters from the prior page. This includes an annual energy production in kilowatt hours from your given inputs. The rest of this information is a summary of your inputs from the prior page. Next, you have the cash flow summary. This first section includes federal and state tax credits and incentives, and on the right side shows an annual cash flow for the first 14 years. Scrolling down, the next section incorporates a loan if you chose to use one. A loan spreads out the cost over the first 5 years. At the bottom, you'll see the calculated net present value and internal rate of return for the investment. These are good indicators as to whether or not this is an investment you should pursue. For more information about Wind Report or New Roots Energy, contact New Roots at any time.